History remembers many conquerors. Few, however, command the awe inspired by Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan. These men, separated by centuries and cultures, redrew the maps of their times. Both men achieved stunning victories. Both built empires of unprecedented scale. But who was the ultimate conqueror? Alexander, the Macedonian king, inherited a strong army and a thirst for Persian blood. His conquests spread Greek culture across the known world. He remains an icon of military brilliance. Genghis Khan, born into the tumultuous steppes of Mongolia, unified warring tribes. He forged them into an unstoppable force. His Mongol empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. Deciding who reigns supreme is no easy task. This essay delves into their lives, strategies, and legacies to provide context. And a meritocratic system that rewarded loyalty and skill. Both Alexander and Genghis Khan were exceptional military tacticians. Alexander's campaigns showcased his innovative use of combined arms. He integrated his companion cavalry with disciplined infantry. He utilized siege weapons effectively, a key factor in capturing heavily fortified cities. The Battle of Gaugamela, in 331 BC, exemplifies Alexander's brilliance. Facing a much larger Persian army led by Darius III, Alexander feigned a retreat. This drew out the Persians, creating a gap in their lines. Alexander's companion cavalry exploited this gap, charging into the heart of the Persian army and routing them. Genghis Khan revolutionized Mongol warfare. He emphasized mobility and archery. His cavalry, riding small hardy horses, could cover vast distances. Mongol archers, using powerful composite bows, rained arrows with deadly accuracy. They terrorized enemies with devastating hit-and-run tactics. The siege of Khwarezmia in 1221 illustrates their effectiveness. Faced with the heavily fortified city of Samarkand, the Mongols diverted a river. This flooded the city, making it vulnerable. Mongol engineers then used gunpowder weapons, a relatively new technology, to breach the walls, securing a decisive victory. Their strategies differed, reflecting their resources and contexts. Alexander's army, though smaller, boasted superior equipment and discipline. Genghis Khan, facing more numerous foes, relied on speed, maneuver, and psychological warfare to achieve victory. Section 4. Empires of unprecedented scale. The reach of conquest. Both Alexander and Genghis Khan forged empires of astonishing size. Alexander's conquest stretched from Greece in the west to the Indus River in the east. He conquered the Persian Empire, Egypt, and parts of India in just over a decade. His empire at its peak covered over 2 million square miles. Genghis Khan's Mongol Empire dwarfed even Alexander's achievements. Under his rule and later his successors, the Mongols conquered most of China, Central Asia, Persia, and parts of Eastern Europe. The Mongol Empire, at its greatest extent, spanned over 9 million square miles, the largest contiguous land empire in history. The geographic scope of their conquests is staggering. Alexander's empire connected the Mediterranean world with the East, facilitating trade and cultural exchange. Genghis Khan's empire connected East Asia with Europe. This led to the reopening of the Silk Road and a period of increased trade and cultural transmission known as the Pax Mongolica. Both empires, despite their vastness, proved difficult to manage. Alexander's empire fragmented soon after his death. His generals, the Diadochi, fought over the spoils, dividing the empire into Hellenistic kingdoms. The Mongol Empire, though longer lasting, also faced divisions and rebellions. It eventually fragmented into smaller khanates. Section 5. Legacies etched in time, cultural and geopolitical impacts. The legacies of Alexander and Genghis Khan extend far beyond the boundaries of their empires. Alexander's conquest led to the Hellenistic period, a fusion of Greek, Persian and Egyptian cultures. This era witnessed a flourishing of art, philosophy and science, particularly in cities like Alexandria in Egypt. Genghis Khan's empire, despite its reputation for brutality, fostered cultural exchange. The Mongols, though fierce warriors, were tolerant of different religions and customs. The Pax Mongolica facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies across Eurasia. Both leaders left indelible marks on the world map. Alexander's conquest led to the rise of Hellenistic kingdoms. These kingdoms shaped the political landscape of the Eastern Mediterranean for centuries. The Mongol Empire's fragmentation resulted in the rise of powerful khanates. These khanates, such as the Golden Horde in Russia and the Yuan dynasty in China, had lasting impacts on the regions they ruled. Their legacies, however, are not without shadows. Alexander's empire, though a catalyst for cultural exchange, was built on conquest and subjugation. The Mongol conquests, though often exaggerated in their brutality, resulted in the deaths of millions. Section 6. The Greatest Conqueror, a matter of perspective. The question of who reigns supreme, Alexander or Genghis Khan, remains a subject of debate. Alexander, the brilliant tactician and charismatic leader, conquered the known world in a whirlwind campaign. He left an enduring cultural legacy through the Hellenistic world. Genghis Khan, the ruthless unifier and cunning strategist, forged an empire of unprecedented scale. He opened up trade routes and facilitated cultural exchange across Eurasia. His empire's influence on world history is undeniable. Choosing between them is like comparing apples and oranges. Their contexts, resources, and legacies differ significantly. Alexander's brilliance lay in his tactical genius and his ability to inspire his troops. Genghis Khan's strength lay in his strategic vision, his organizational skills, and his ability to adapt to different enemies and environments. Ultimately, perhaps, the title of Greatest Conqueror is less important than recognizing the profound impact both men had on history. Their stories continue to fascinate, inspire, and provoke debate centuries after their deaths. They remind us of the enduring power of ambition, leadership, and the human capacity for both great